Right, hello my friends, welcome back to This Week on the Internet. We're home, and over the course of the last 7 days, Miranda sings, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have agreed to fight, and the Prime Copenhagen launch gets out of hand. Alright, my friends, starting us off this week. Now, the term, he's in it. So, my friends, we are joined by another special guest this week. You'll never guess who it is. Basil, come here. We've had to roll the rug up so he doesn't wee on it. There we go. So, my friends, the term worst apology video ever is a term that's thrown around a lot these days. But this week, we found one that I think genuinely warrants that title. So, hello. How are you doing? Not really our neck of the woods, but you might be familiar with this woman here, Miranda Sings, or Colleen Ballinger. She, over the last couple of weeks, has been accused of having like weird parasocial relationships with underage fans. And this week, she responded to that by singing. I've got my tennis ball. I've got his tennis ball in my pocket. Oh, watch your head. Just before we get into this, bear in mind these are pretty serious allegations. These are like allegations that you've been oversharing certain type of stuff with kids. Like, by certain type of stuff, you know what I'm on about. But you know, I can't say it because I would like some money. So just bear in mind that, right? Serious allegations, and we're sat a near 40-year-old woman on our sofa, and we've pulled out a ukulele.
A while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great.
If you're wondering, this video is 10 minutes long. She doesn't stop doing the ukulele part for the entire 10 minutes.
So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining.
God, Colleen, what you doing?
All aboard the toxic gossip train. Chugging down the tracks of misinformation.
Colleen, you've been talking about shagging, I think talking about shagging with young teenagers. Put the instrument down. There's a comment here that says, this is the most millennial thing I've ever seen. And it's bang on.
You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. Time you to the track.
This, it honestly might even top. Who was the last? Do you remember the last who danced?
Oh, what's her name?
Sienna?
Yes, Sienna May.
She did something really bad. And her response was to just dance. This is certainly up there.
Harass me for my past, cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash, but hey.
Like, oh yeah, it might be a bit weird with kids, but my voice is sick though, innit? My voice is still great and I'm pushing 40.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things.
So we're talking normally, but it's still going.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
This is psychotic. Oh man, you were born in the 80s. The 80s.
About the facts. So I hope that you'll be willing to listen.
So she then goes on to say, like, she wasn't sharing this relationship stuff with teenagers in like a creepy way. She was saying she was doing it in like a weird anti way or whatever. I don't know much about her, right? I can't pretend to be an expert. I just don't believe her. I think she's stringing us along. And obviously, this form of apology video hasn't gone down well. So hopefully, she uploads another one and changes her tune. Gotta laugh.
And that mistake doesn't make them a terrible human. It just makes them a human. But what do I know? Fuck me, right?
Not really. strong way to end an apology or a response to strong allegations. At least there is one positive this in my friends, is that she won't be abusing her fans anytime soon, because hopefully after this she won't have them any longer. Moving on! All right, and then kind of last week, but we missed it in all of the shenanigans and getting stuck abroad, but you might have seen there was this American influencer that did some branded content around visiting a sweatshop. So basically, there was like this group of US influencers who have kind of come under criticism for their positive reviews following a sponsored trip to the Shein factory in Guangzhou, China. Basically, if you don't know, Shein is like a fast fashion brand. I think it's Chinese, and they pump out like loads and loads of different like garments of clothing every single day, and it's like naff quality. You wear it once and it falls apart. Would you say? Are you a Shein? Yeah. We know what we're talking about. And basically, they get a lot of bad rep for this, and this appears to have been their way of like combating the allegations that they're not very environmental, or their workers aren't working in like fair conditions. However, the influencers, one here known as Danny DMC. I wish I knew some Run DMC songs to make some jokes. I don't. But they've kind of faced backlash for this because what they're showing isn't in keeping with like investigations into Shein's practices. Shein the shit for promoting the sweatshop. No. So basically, in the video, this Danny woman, she says, "I feel more confident than ever with my partnership with Shein. There are so many companies not taking half the initiative that Shein is." She then goes on to say that it's all just like a narrative that's being fed to the US. Well, my friends, apparently there's also a man called John Pabon, and he says on average, Shein workers are paid 3p per garment. Danny responded to this and says, "I don't know what everyone's complaining about. In my experience with Shein, they pay really well." They basically said that they are committed to being transparent and that like all the influencers' videos are like the truth. But people are kind of worried if like maybe you've shown them this factory, which looks slightly nicer, but what are the other ones that you're not showing? I've got written down here, "This is probably the worst thing a bunch of Americans have done in Southeast Asia since the Vietnam War." It's a bit strong, but it's maybe not far off. I think at the end of the day, they deserve to be criticised for running sweatshops. You reap what you sow. Moving on! Oh, Basil, your dad's a bad person. All right, my friends, you might remember our pal, the hardest geezer. His name's Russ Cook. He is a psychopath. He is running the entire length from the bottom to the top of Africa at the minute. And he was robbed at gunpoint this week in Angola. On the bright side, probably fantastic prep for when he runs the length of America next year. He said, "Nothing like a gun being pointed at your face to let you know you're alive." He said it was a lively one today. He said a couple of lads popped open the side door of their van and demanded everything that they have. Desperate blokes with guns pointed. Infamously bad situation to find yourself on the end of. Proper spot of bother, damage limitation. Really horrible situation, you know, that they didn't shoot him, and he now still has to run the rest of the continent. Apparently they pinched a bunch of camera gear and some passports, but they had backup ones so they can continue their expedition. You poor fuckers. We are rooting for you, though. We are rooting for you, you fucking nutter. To be fair, though, I reckon like panicking and grabbing a gun is a pretty natural reaction if you're an Angolan man to see a ginger man running through the African sun. You're probably just trying to be kind. Moving on. Also this week, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have agreed to scrap each other, like MMA, scrap each other in a cage. Musk initiated the proposal. He tweeted out, to which Mr. Zuckerberg responded, "Send me location." Chael Sonnen, he was then speaking to Ariel Helwani, and he came out and said they both agreed to fight on UFC 300 in March early next year. And the winner is Dana White. He posted this video of him wearing a t-shirt promoting the event. It's not going to happen, but it's fun to talk about like it will. Who do you lot think wins? Like Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk? That is the billion-dollar question, quite literally. Mark Zuckerberg, he has some wins in a jiu-jitsu, like he actually fights. It's not karate, it's jiu-jitsu, right? It's different sports. He has some, like he competes in tournaments and beats people. Like, can you imagine, like you're doing your jiu-jitsu tournament and your literal opponent is a billionaire. Like, they must have, like, security and guns on standby in case you whack him. Oh, he's big chilling. Big chin. So Mark Zuckerberg, right, he scraps, but he's 5'7" and he's about 70 kilograms. Elon Musk is a bit fat. He's 6'1" and 85 kilograms, right? Who do you lot honestly have? Who do you reckon? Musk's plan for the fight is said to be to just pretend that Mark is a loyal Twitter employee and to ruthlessly give him the chop without warning. Elon, my friends, is said to have a rocket of a strike on him. Given the fact, my friends, that he's got 10 kids, I reckon that man knows a thing or two about a bit of ground and pound. Mark's gonna sucker punch him. Fucking hell. Next up, Andrew Tate has also offered to train Elon, which I think would be a fantastic option for Musk if he wasn't fighting Mark Zuckerberg and he was fighting an innocent Romanian lass instead. Also this week, welcome to our weekly pointless MrBeast segment. This week, he got his kit off. Ooh, look at those thighs. He also posted this screenshot of a text claiming that he was supposed to be on the implodey submarine last week. That man may already have 165 million subs, but that certainly would have been his last. Fucking wordplay for you there. That's good wordplay. My friends, I mean, imagine the strain on the American healthcare system if he had gone. Next up, big clip this week that went kind of viral. KSI and Logan Paul, they were in Copenhagen this week on Prime promotional duty, and there was this clip of them being pelted by the bottles while doing so. You better not be pissing. Well, they did go there for a Prime launch. One bottle hit KSI in the head, which could have done some serious damage to the bottle. Classic. Anyway, then a couple of days later, Logan posted this video being like, haha, got yous, marketing masterclass. It was advertising, we set it up, marketing masterclass. We are geniuses, everyone buys our product. And I thoroughly enjoyed the responses to that tweet because it's the entire reply section is just about him not paying the crypto people back. Maybe not the PR play he was looking for in the end.
What's on this week's news, Basil?
Shift, lad.
Moving on.
That's not how I talk. Also this week, you might have seen this clip of JMX getting arrested at Ascot races. I've not seen Joel that battered since his fight 2 months ago. Oh, lad. Also this week, Casey Neistat, he debuted a video about this tiny little new camera that looks revolutionary for doing things that tiny cameras do. But, my friends, it's actually not that recent. It's not that new. Here is some footage of Chris MD's production team using one. Also, in kind of more pointless news, Rumble have said that they want to sign Joe Rogan when his big old Spotify deal finishes. They have apparently offered him $100 million for his troubles.
Oh my God. That's insane.
Also this week, there is a Hong Kong-based streamer called Irisi129, and she's revealed that her Twitch partnership application has been under review for 18 months. So basically, she's got 100,000 followers. A bunch of people watch her streams, but they're not going to give her a partnership because they're the world's most fucking useless company. However, I think all she needs to do is be a massive arsehole in her streams, and she'll have a kick deal in minutes. Moving on. Oh, we might not actually be moving on. That might be the end. Is it the end? No, we've got one more. Oh, it's really important. Really big story to end the week. Dad spends £34 on curry, only to find out that the takeaway had shut down when he went to get it. We have, look how many bullet points we have on this.
Fuck off.
About a 30 quid...
To be fair, you would be fuming.
Who cares? We're an important news establishment. What a saga, eh? If that was me, I'd be having none of it. Anyway, my friends, that's not the end of this video because we've got another pointless MrBeast story. Not really a MrBeast story. You know the bloke who's been making pasta recently on TikTok and he's been doubling... Why are you nodding? I'm not talking to you. No, sorry. And he's been doubling the egg yolks every time he makes it. Well, this week, he got to make a batch with 10,000 eggs. It's going to take some beating. And he got MrBeast to help him. Big story. All right, my friends, thank you very much for watching. We are going to go and get some rest. Please give us a like, give us a subscribe, follow us on Spotify, and we'll see you soon.